I've made videos about car leasing before, but I get new viewers who've never seen the videos I've made on car leasing. So every once in a while, I make that kind of video again to bring new viewers up to speed. One of the important facts about not leasing a car, that is buying one new or used, is you are not going to get much money for your car when you trade it in. You are either going to keep the car and drive it into the ground, or you are going to accept the loss and add the additional money onto your new payments. You're going to make payments on your car that you bought even after you own it outright. You'll be making payments on that car in the form of repairs and maintenance. When you lease a car, all you have are the payments and the down payment you made. And you can even lease a car with zero down payment. Now, all this is based upon having decent credit. If you have bad credit, forget about this video altogether. But continuing on, people object to leasing because they say they put too many miles on the car and the lease doesn't allow for it because there's a penalty for the extra mileage. You can lease a car, like my leases are for 10,000 miles a year, but you can get up to 15,000 miles a year. You can adjust your mileage, but you pay more in your payment for the additional mileage. Now say you go from 10,000, you don't want 10,000 miles a year, you want 15,000 miles a year. That's 5,000 miles a year more. Well, if you go for 15,000 miles a year, your payment increases on the lease, but it's only about 6 cents a mile. Whereas if you lease for 10,000 miles and you exceed those mileage, you're going to pay between 25 and 35 cents a mile. So getting a lease for 15,000 miles a year is saving you money. The average driver only drives about 12,000 miles a year. So you're probably going to be covered for the mileage you drive, unless you're a super commuter. In leasing a car, lease one that you can afford. Figure out how much cash you want to put down or nothing down, and figure out what you can afford for your monthly payments. And don't exceed that when negotiating a lease. Another thing is you should not lease the car for longer than the warranty. Some cars are a 3-year warranty, that's very typical. Other cars can go for 4 years warranty. So don't lease any longer than the warranty. Otherwise, you will be paying for repairs. And the great thing about leasing a car is there are no surprises. When you buy a used car and drive it off the lot, what if you blow the engine or the transmission in a very short period of time? You can't take that car back. What is an engine going to cost you to repair or to replace? $3,000, $5,000? What's a transmission going to cost to replace? Nobody repairs transmissions. They replace them. So what is a new transmission going to cost you? $3,000 for a transmission? That's out of your pocket after you've already signed up to buy the car and make the monthly payments. Leasing a car makes sense to me. I've been leasing cars for the last 13 years. And in those 13 years, I haven't come up with a good reason to stop leasing and start buying a car. And as I say, in my last 2 leases, I put 0 down payment. I'd rather have that cash in my pocket than in the dealer's pocket. And not only that, but if somehow or another I total this car soon after I lease it, I'm not going to lose my down payment. Whereas I might lose my down payment and never get it back if I put cash down to lease the car. Again, making a video about leasing, it still makes sense to me over buying a new car or a used car.